Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny. I'm an Instagram and marketing expert and I help service business owners and wannabe entrepreneurs to grow a service business with the power of Instagram. So there's still tons of mistakes I see you making on Instagram every single day, and I really wanted to address them in today's video. If you're making these mistakes, you're potentially hurting your Instagram growth and engagement, so make sure to stay tuned until the end. Okay, the first one is stop sharing reels every single day and avoiding sharing anything else than reels. Let me explain. I think you got the memo. Everyone's saying, hey, you can grow a lot with Instagram reels. I mean, we've all seen it. We've seen a lot of Instagram accounts literally going from 0 to hundreds of thousands of followers overnight thanks to Instagram reels. And I mean, it definitely helped me grow my accounts a little bit faster, especially before reels were even a thing. So yes, reels can definitely help you grow your account. But the problem is that you sometimes do just that. You just create reels and only reels. And you forget that there's other form of content on Instagram. So first of all, I don't want you to think that you can only grow if you have reels or if you're great at video content. I know some people who never create reels and are still growing and still making money on Instagram. I was actually growing absolutely fine without reels, and I actually realized recently that I'm not growing as much as I used to with reels, but actually I'm growing even more with carousels or single posts. And it does feel like Instagram is going to have this new algorithm, or at least a homepage that is going to help to be seen by more people. So even though I'm not necessarily reaching more people at the moment, I do feel that I'm gaining more followers through my carousels and my single posts, simply because they are pushed more on this explore page, or basically now on your feed you actually see content from people you don't follow. And that's why I think you can actually grow faster in 2022 than any time before that. Anyway, all that to say, if you can't make it happen with reels, know that you can still grow very well with high quality content for carousels and single posts. Then the things that you tend to forget is that not everyone enjoys video content. If they did, they would just go on TikTok and that is all. If they're still on Instagram, it's for a reason. It's because the platform can bring something else than just video content. So don't forget other form of content. It also helps you nurture, meaning building trust with your audience in different ways. So the things that I share on reels are more hacky or more inspirational. The things that I share on my carousel are more value packed, because I can say more things and I can explain more things in a value packed carousel than I can in a 15 to 30-second video. Bottom line is, make sure to use all type of content. Mistake number 2 that you're making is not captioning your reels and not captioning your stories. I still see people on a daily basis that are not adding caption to their stories and their reels, and it just blows my mind. A lot of people are going through stories. So if you're not adding any kind of captioning, you are losing a lot of potential engagements and views and so on. So you're basically just talking for the sake of talking, because not a lot of people are actually going to listen. And that's the same with reels. I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes I scroll through reels without the sound on. So if there's no captioning, I'm not even watching the video. But it's not only just that. Adding captioning has been proven that even if it's your mother tongue, so if I'm talking English and English is your mother tongue, it can help you understand the message better. There's actually studies on this. So overall, you definitely want to add captioning for this reason. And if you don't do it for these 2 reasons, do it for the sake of being inclusive. You still have hard of hearing or deaf people that are on this platform, and you can make it easier for them to enjoy this platform. But little disclaimer on this one, and I know a lot of people are feeling the same way. Don't use the captioning that Instagram is using. You know, the auto captioning. Honestly, I hate it. Like, I don't have the patience to wait for the person to talk to see it. I actually think the one on TikTok is quite good and I like it, because you see the whole sentence and the whole text. But on Instagram, it's literally almost word by word, and I don't have the patience to wait and see. Otherwise, I would put the sound on and listen. I don't put the sound on because I want to consume content fast, and that's what most people do as well. So you want to add a caption, as in sum up what you're saying on this video, on this photo, or etc. And that's the same with reels. Caption, but don't use the auto captioning from Instagram. I don't even know if it's possible. Never mind. So I know it's a pain. I know it adds more time to it, but honestly, it means that at least everyone who is watching your stories are actually going to consume your content, and that's the same for real. So you might actually gain more engagement, views, and so on. Okay, while we're at stories, let's talk about one mistake that I see you making is not using engagement stickers daily. It's literally a game changer. You'll see that you'll get way more story views as soon as you use engagement stickers. So engagement stickers, that could be a poll, it could be a quiz, it could be a question box, and so on. If you have a small audience, tend to use more like the polls, because the more you share that, the more engagement you get, obviously, because people react to your stories. The more it's an indication for Instagram that your stories are good to look at, are nice and entertaining, the more they're gonna push it to people, and the more people see it, the more engagement you get, the more growth you get, the more word of mouth, and so on. That's how you build a community on Instagram. Mistake number 4, engaging with your ideal client. What do I mean by that? It's, you know, the typical thing where you find your ideal clients through a hashtag. So for example, you go through this particular hashtag, find 10 ideal clients, you're going to go on their profile, you're going to like 3 of their photos, comment onto, and send them a little message, or maybe reply to a story or something like that. Just don't. I don't know about you, but first of all, I feel super icky about the thought of doing this. I'm like, ugh, cringy. I don't think it's very ethical. And as a person who received this kind of engagement, especially we know when I had a few smaller accounts, I could really spot people who were doing that. I was like, I have no interest in you. I know what you're doing. I know your game. So it just makes me feel awkward, and I don't like you because you're just playing me. So it just puts yourself in this weird position. I hated the thing that people, you know, especially when I first started, I would have a lot of business coach coming into my DMs and, you know, liking my pictures and being like, hey, how is your business going, and so on. And I could see it from miles away that the girl was trying to sell to me, and I just hated that. I just hated the fact that she was trying to play me into convincing me to buy from her. Does it work? Maybe, potentially, but it's extremely time consuming, extremely unethical. So yeah, why do we keep doing this? You can grow an Instagram account, you can get engagement without having to do this. I have grown several accounts from scratch without doing any engagement at all. So before I started this account, Ginny Fears, I used to work as a social media manager, digital marketing manager for companies. I had 3 different brands, and I grew their Instagram accounts, one especially up to 16,000 followers with 0 engagement. 0. Not even like no engagement whatsoever. Not even like the follow thing, whatever. Like 0 engagement, pure content. And that's just, you know, marketing. That's inbound marketing. You find a way to attract people to you. So people who do this thing of engagement, that's called outreach. Basically, you're looking for people, you're putting yourself out there. So that's more like a sales thing, right? In sales, you have people going out there and talking to strangers. Sometimes it's really cold selling. But here we're talking about marketing, right? With the power of your marketing, the power of your content, you can bring people to you. And if you can't do this, it means that your marketing has an issue. So your content on Instagram. But when I started this account, I was like, you know what? A lot of people are talking about engaging with your ideal clients. Let's put it to the test. I'm not gonna do this, but you know, I can hire someone to do this. So at some point I hired someone. I paid $400 for the month to do a bit of engagement with my ideal clients. She had a whole list of, you know, some potential ideal clients. So she found a bunch of people and she would really track all that. Turns out I signed 0 people from this method. So for sure, return on investment 0. And in terms of followers, none of them followed me, or maybe a few bunch, but like 10 people, nothing crazy. And again, I signed no clients from it. So I spent $400 for someone to spend time on it, and he brought me back nothing. People need to choose you for you. I'm all about building a community of people who actually like you and trust you and want to buy from you eventually. Or even if they don't buy from you, they just rave about you. They talk about you. I remember that person saying when I had about 100 followers, hey, you know, I absolutely love your content. I told my whole agency to follow you. You know, that's how you grow a community on Instagram. I didn't grow because I was begging people to follow me on Instagram or trying to be a bit like dodgy and sending them DMs or whatever. I grew because I built a community. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't engage. You know, if it feels right to you, if it feels ethical, if it feels like you actually want to engage with these people, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that it might not be the best way to grow on Instagram. Now, the only other way that I like to engage is actually engaging with your competitors, because first of all, it's always fun to see what people are about. I actually made a lot of friends that way, but it also means that their ideal clients who follow follow them, they also see your comments and so on, because a lot of the time you actually go through the comment section to see what people say about this post, and they might be like, actually that was a really nice comment, I might follow this person. I did gain a few bunch of followers that way as well, which is much more ethical. I felt like actually I want to engage with people who have the same ideal clients as me. I might not see them exactly as competitors, but I enjoy talking to these people, I enjoy consuming their content, and it feels right to engage with these people. Bottom line is, if you spend a lot of time engaging, maybe stop and start focusing on inbound marketing, focus on having a proper content strategy, because your content has a lot of power. It can bring you followers, it can bring you clients just with the content alone. Which brings me to my mistake number 5, is reaching out to people by sending them cold DMs, which is a bit what I was talking about in my previous point. I still have people pitching me their services in my DMs daily, and it just blows my mind. I'm like, does that even work? Because it really definitely doesn't work with me. It will, never did, ever. Again, it's a whole thing of marketing, brings you the leads, sales, close them, but the whole cold selling is, it should not even exist. Like, it's just not right. I mean, no. So I know some of you are still doing that, or might have heard that. You might have heard that it's the best way to, you know, make money fast or so on, you know, and we all have our ways to make money fast. For some it's Facebook ads, for some it's cold pitching. For me, I prefer inbound marketing and really focusing on content strategy more than anything else. Now, you just need to listen to what you resonate the best with. I hate when I receive them. So unless you find happiness in being rejected most of the time, I would highly suggest again that you focus on your actual content, because it will feel much more natural. Helping people is what is going to help you grow on Instagram, not selling to them. And if you want to know a little bit more about how you can achieve that, I actually have a free masterclass. I will link it below, so make sure to check it out. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video.